Hi, Annie.
Lovely to see you.
We're both at home.
Absolutely. Hasn't happened in a long time.
It hasn't. No, no, no.
Oh, it's brilliant to
Oh,
see you, Gwen. And
yeah.
we've got an enormously beautiful strawberry full moon. I was watching it last
Yes.
night,
Yeah.
trying to get some pictures on my camera and couldn't quite catch the colour, but it was amazing.
When I was doing some research on it, I hadn't realised it was a very special moon as well.
Oh, it is.
I put it
It
on
is.
my
Yeah,
moon reading on my Gem website, my Gem Facebook page.
yeah.
That this will be the last time for 20 years or something. I think
Yeah.
it's something 43 that it's
Yeah.
going to be this low in the sky.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
It's been at least 10, it's been 10 years since it was this low.
that's right. Yeah,
So it's a really big, powerful boost.
absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, so as it's full, it's you to go first. I've got my
It
card
is.
ready for when it's me. So
Right. Guess what? I'm using the ancient stone. I can't not use them at the moment. They come out every time I douse, they come out. And this time, through the eyes of the soul
well,
came
you
through.
know what? I nearly got mine out.
Wow.
And then I thought, no, put them back. Not them today.
Well,
So
that's why these just jumped out then. Annie said no, but Gwen said yes. Brilliant. Fantastic. Right, let's see what this beautiful full strawberry moon in Sagittarius, which is my sign,
yeah.
is doing. So I'm going to shuffle the cards and then.
In fact, I'll shuffle while you're shuffling. I'll shuffle, so I'm ready to go when we get to me.
Oh my word, she comes out nearly every time now. And I do shuffle. I do shuffle.
I know it's amazing how the same cards pop out, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okie dokie. Let's bring the next three out.
Yeah.
Oh, how beautiful. Oh, that's very pertinent, that one. Right. Brilliant. Oh, I love the way the cards just resonate. Okay, I've got my boundary stones again.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
and it is about boundaries this time. It's making sure it is all about self. You've got to really be pushing yourself forward.
Mm.
But also it's about I think there's a time of sort of making negotiations,
Yeah.
not only with others but with yourself.
Yeah.
Keep communicating with yourself
Mm.
about the way forward. And I've been thinking about it for weeks and weeks whilst I was down at my mum's. The one thing that I need to update very soon is my guide contract. I
Ah,
haven't done it for a while. So I think this card is also telling me
yeah.
about these negotiations that I have with spirit, that I need to maybe revisit them again and make sure I've kept my sort of boundaries, you
Mm.
know, and move forward with that. So yes, those that are listening, your guide contract is so important, but don't forget you need to keep revisiting it as well. And I'm really going to, but I think this is what I'm going to be doing in the next fortnight. I'm
Yeah.
going to be concentrating on that.
Mm.
Um, and with that, very much what this is about, we've got this beautiful, beautiful woman with the peace dove,
Mm.
and I mean he's the dove. I'm saying it's a he. The dove has picked up her shawl
Yeah.
and lifted it,
Mm.
and this is about unwrapping. I feel it's unwrapping her, you
Mm.
know,
Yeah.
and you know, so she can break free from what she's closed herself in on.
Yeah.
And this says regain your youth and fly.
Mm.
So it is about unwrapping yourself now, and just feel free and
Mm.
just move forward. Um, she's got um a staff in her hand,
Hmm.
so she's ready to walk forward. And I think the dove is there, bring her peace to and security really to
Mm.
move forward. Um, this one comes up nearly every time. I've got the
Oh,
ancestral connection again.
yeah.
Okay, and it is remembering, to speak to spirit. This full moon when I was doing my channeling for it, it is all about making those spiritual connections strong now,
Hmm.
and go forward with them. But it's remembering the connections are there,
Hmm.
so call on them. You got to call on your guides. Ask for help if you're stuck in your head, because it's all about logic as well. If you're stuck in your head, then you've really got to feel what you need to do and let your heart override that feeling. Um, Beautiful lady here, peeping up against the mountains, and
Oh,
there is a lovely. I think it's an orca. Looks
yeah.
like an
Looks like it.
orca there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And this card is it says um, find the mystery. But what I'm also seeing there is maybe shifting the mist that
Yeah.
might be in front of your eyes,
Yeah.
and let it just disappear. Let it evaporate. I've got the word evaporate.
Mhm.
Just let that mist evaporate. Um, and with this, we've got a beautiful, what I would call, oh, what's the big bird with the sailors beginning with A? I'm
The
tired.
albatross.
The albatross.
Yeah.
I feel there's an albatross there. Where is it there?
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel that's the albatross. And of course, that they were also the guide for the
Yeah.
sailors, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
So again, a reminder. The orca, I think, is showing the strength
Mm.
to ride those waves that are going to be happening, or no, not that are going to be happening, that have happened.
Yeah.
You're actually on that. Oh, I've got free willy. You're being free. Yes, yeah,
You've
you're free to.
surfaced.
So yeah,
Yeah, you've surfaced. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. So lift that mist now, and it says find the mystery. I think it's about enjoying it.
Yeah.
You know, because things like that. And then we've got the elder woman, the Kaylee.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
there.
All that
You
wisdom.
know,
Yeah.
she is. It's all about wisdom, and it is the wide world. But it's also. I always think when you think about wisdom, um, wisdom comes with experience.
Mm.
And
Hmm.
I think it is, um, that experience that you've had
Yeah.
that is bringing you forward. It's your start.
Mm.
We've had our middle. We're heading for the finish now.
Yeah.
You've got a start, a middle, and you're heading for that finish.
Mm.
So, yeah, with the wisdom, um, with the wise one, as I say, I always call them the rocky stepping stones,
Yeah.
but they are there. They
Yeah.
are there. They're a bit wobbly,
Yeah.
but you can achieve your light at the end. But
Yeah.
got
There
to
in the
walk
end.
the wobbly, but you will get there.
Yeah.
Um, Interesting.
Mm.
Okay, we got well, it's a sign of Sagittarius anyway. We've got
Yeah.
the archer,
Yeah.
and she's got a lovely sort of doe deer
Oh,
next.
yes. Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. And this says defend what is dear to you, but dear as in DEAR
Yeah.
rather than dear.
Yeah.
Um, and defend what's dear to you. But again, I think it's that heart feeling that we've got to have,
Mm.
um, to make sure we've got the strength that's come out in the cards. We've
Mm.
got that strength, to use our wisdom, to use what we know we need to take forward with us,
Mm.
um, and to have that feeling that, don't listen to people that are saying you can't,
Yeah.
because you can. There's a real feeling of it. You can, and I do feel I've got one more card. I'm not sure which deck I'm
Mm.
going to be taking it from. Okay, I've taken the stones and this
Oh,
beautiful maiden here. And this is the sanctuary card.
yeah. In
You
those,
know, she's in her good place there. She's feeling safe.
yeah.
She's feeling protected.
Mhm.
And with that, it says about harmony and joy.
Yeah.
But I do feel it's about getting that balance as well. To get contentment, you
So,
need that balance, don't you?
yeah, you do. Yeah.
So, and yeah, I think it's because can you see can you see the rainbow?
Yes. Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
rainbow arch.
Yeah. Because
It's,
we've had this card a few times, haven't we?
we
When we,
have, we have. I
yeah.
mean, you know, this deck is over 50 odd cards, and all the same. And I shuffle them every time. But it just shows that these are the cards that need to come out at this time.
Like the
You know,
consistency of the energy we're dealing with.
exactly. Harmony and balance I'm getting to bring you joy.
Yeah.
I'm just getting that resonance that we're at that point now. We've done a lot of hard work over the last few months, a lot of hard work,
Mm.
and now is the time to embrace it all, but not forgetting what is around you
Yeah.
to help you feel it,
Mm.
you know, go positive and going forward. You know, it is remembering you guys, remembering your ancestors, and and also, you know, don't forget to feel yourself being unwrapped, feel yourself breaking free.
Mm.
You've got to allow yourself to take um that shield off now,
Mm.
you know, and just put it with a shield of protection by all means, but don't make it a barrier.
Yeah.
Don't make it a barrier anymore. There's no need to have that barrier up anymore.
Mm.
Just feel free to fly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it, Annie. Yeah, yeah.
I think it is because I'm getting the cough signal.
My turn.
um, what's really interesting about the moon pull, the pull of this emotional body, is that being asked to consider where we were 10 years ago. Where were we? Where were we? What were we doing? What was going on in our lives?
Oh,
Because that was the start of the divine feminine coming in and tackling root chakra issues. So,
yeah.
12 years, we've effectively been looking at what's in our root chakra and how we handle, can we survive and thrive? Have we got the shelter, the warmth, the food, the connection that is key to human beings?
Oh, Annie, I've just gone really tingly because I've just had a realization. I think it's in 2015 that I met you.
So
That's 10 years ago. Oh, I've just had a real tingle.
you'll find what this moon is doing, particularly, and its energy's been quite draggy on me. I haven't been able to sleep. Well, you know, I get affected by the moons, but I really haven't. It has been, I've got to exhaustion and still not being able to sleep. Um, but what it's bringing up for us is that we're now in the sacral chakra phase of divine feminine energy, and we're starting to look at who we are. This is why
Yes.
we've got all the global events going on, because it's the energy saying, look, this is who you are.
Yes.
This is the reality you have to tackle. And we can't close our eyes to it anymore. We can't sleep about it anymore. We've got
No.
to be awake and recognizing what is within, what's in every human being, and is that a good thing inside?
Mm.
And how do we address and sorry, I've got the archangels with me. How do we address that inner work we all need to do in order to become authentic? And I feel
Yes.
for the next couple of weeks is going to be hammering on at be authentic. No point trying to hide, no point
No.
to um pretend you're this and you're that. You've got to be authentic. You've got to follow that inner working and understand and challenge your inner beliefs and values. That's
Yeah.
what's so the contrast is, what were we 10 years ago?
Mm.
Shifted and changed and developed, and the recognition that we might have been through quite a lot of stuff in the last 10 years.
Oh, yes.
And that is something to look back at and go, wow, if that hadn't happened, if that challenge hadn't been there, where would I be? Would I be any better? Would I be the me I am now? And I have some gratitude, and this is why I love that that orca is surfacing, because coming up for breath and going, well, you know what? It was incredibly choppy seas, but actually I'm coming out of this okay,
Yeah.
surviving, and I'm learning to swim these waters. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm a bit hay fevery today. We definitely have a lot to deal with that's been released to show us who's inside.
Yes.
And intuitively, we're going to have to learn to protect our energy, which is why I love the thing about boundaries. As you've always known, me and guide contractors, come on, get your contract. You know, I mean, I would have contracts with every relationship I had if I had my own way. But this is the kind of energy this moon is bringing to us. So, having said that, I'm going to have a look at the cards. I've got the wisdom card.
There you go.
Then I've got my priestess cards, priestess,
Yes.
and I've got my moonology. What?
Lovely.
So I've got wisdom. There she is, playing an instrument, just
Mandolin.
us about the joy of art and music and learning, the joy of, in other words, creativity, of tuning in. Very much for me, our creativity is an expression of our spirit within, or our, if you want to call it, higher self.
Yeah.
um, and when we communicate, you said it, we've got to communicate with that bit of us as well, and check in. And we're being told, well, there's wisdom in there that you're not accessing. Over the next, I feel like it's going to be the next month, we've got to go in and have a good clear out and declutter inwardly,
Mm.
try to bring light. I'm very struck by, there are protests going on in America, but what I've been seeing is people doing dancing protests, playing
Yeah.
music and singing songs or hymns. You can make that voice heard without having to hit or harm, but you can let the joy of that creative expression be your way of saying, I'm not having this anymore.
Yeah.
So it's coming with the new moon in Sagittarius. There we are, just a little
Serious.
glimmer, new moon in Sagittarius. Focus on the positive.
Yeah.
have have a good look at what was happening in 2015, but see what the positive was. Have a look at what's happening in 2025 and see the positive. That more people are saying, these are not attitudes and values I respect or I want to have. That we need a debate about this. We need to understand the position that somebody's taking in order to not force everybody to think the same thing or say the same thing, but actually to release the suppressed stuff and clear it out of the way. We're negotiating a contract between humans,
Yes.
boundaries. We're talking about guide contract, but we're also needing to have contracts between humans.
You absolutely.
How do we manage when we've got people who are vulnerable? How do we manage when people are arguing over bits of land? Surely the thing to do is not send tanks and guns and bombs. How do we find a way to have an honest and clear discourse? So,
Mm.
because these challenges are around us, this card is the this is power over difficulty. So
Yes.
quite fragmented.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's lots of crossed lines on this. This is what always strikes me about this card. But it's a reminder that and she's got one arm sort of wrapped up or held, if you see what I mean. It's like she's bound.
Shackled, yes. Yeah.
Um, this is all about reclaiming the power we have, um, putting it out there that, hang on a minute, these difficulties have shaped us and made us better people. If
Yeah.
we don't have adversity, we don't grow. And that's a difficult thing spiritually to wrap your head
It,
around. You try to
it is.
always love. Why do we have to have these challenges? But those challenges are the bits where we grow the most. I often think about the plants that grow up through pavement cracks. I mean, what a journey from that, locked in world to the outer world. How wonderful. So we've got that power too. We can get through the difficulty and the challenges, and we can remind ourselves we're not bound or tied. We can be free. And it's backed by the full moon in Aquarius.
Right. Emotions. Yeah.
There he is. He's pouring his cup of water or gathering his cup of his
Yeah.
water. Um, and this is about being real.
Yes.
What matters in life is not the is not the trappings, the material trappings. What matters in life is the root chakra things.
Yes.
It's shelter, warmth, food, connection. That's what matters. So again, over this next couple of weeks, we're going to have to check in. Do I recognize and value those things?
Yes.
Or am I stressing my head over something that actually it doesn't really matter in the greater scheme of things? I'm laughing because I had a thing through this morning. Do you want to upgrade your phone? And I know some people religiously upgrade their phone every 12 months. And I keep my phones as long as I possibly can because I like my phone. It's a bit of a honor to upgrade. And I was just going, yeah, but we know that making a new phone strips rare metals.
Yes.
That having the latest gizzy whatever comes at a cost to the earth. Do I really want to pay that price?
Yeah.
And what is the value of me upgrade? What value is it?
Yeah.
For me, the feeling is this moon. She's pulling all of that and sort of saying, "Look at this! Look at this! Look at this!" And we're going to have a couple of weeks at least of having to go, look at this, look at this, look at this. And I've just done something to my screen.
I can still see you.
Oh God, because I can't see you. Oh, there we are. I must have. That's me talking about technology and having to navigate. Reluctantly. This card, I think, is really, really positive in understanding what this moon is doing, and it's grateful optimism. There she is. She's smiling.
Oh.
Yes, things might be
Oh.
upside down. Things might be a bit of a muddle, but
Fragmented and yeah, yeah.
actually, I'm still together.
Absolutely.
She's got two lovely herons either side of her head.
Oh yes.
They're very significant for me. They're a totem for me. But she's got this joyous view of the future. So even in looking at the past and being pulled to see what we've been through, what we're also able to do is to take a view of the future that says, you know what, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the opportunities, even if they're uncomfortable or feel like a calamity. I am grateful for them because they're shaking me free and moving me on. And
Yes.
sense of moving forward. And I think that grateful optimism is what's there to help us, to keep us focused on. We're doing all of this to get better, to grow, to improve. And backing that up is the beautiful full moon in Pisces.
Oh, beautiful.
See the koi carp on there.
Yeah, yeah.
They're purple and green. I always think of the fluorite when I see this
Yes.
card.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's also a card of forgiveness. Green is our healing color. Purple is our intuition, third eye. So heart and eyes. Um, bringing in that reconciliation, because in order for us to go forward, we have to see who we really are inside, and then we have to reconcile ourselves.
And we need to talk to ourselves, don't we?
Then we need to be able to take that outward and not only forgive ourselves but forgive others.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we forget to forgive ourselves, but it's
Yes.
important. It's very important to look back and go, yeah, well, maybe I did make the wrong decision. Maybe I was the author of my own downfall. Maybe there was something that I didn't do as well as I thought I should. But I'm going to forgive myself. I'm not carrying the burdens.
No.
I have done the best I can in the circumstances I was presented with. And that means I can look at others and go, well, yeah, they did the best they could in the circumstances. And it may have been that what they did was not kind or compassionate. It may have been hurtful or hateful, but that doesn't mean I can't say, right, come on, let's move you on. Let's
Yeah.
move you and let you move forward. And I feel like I need another card, so I'm just going to grab a priestess one. Perfect. Here she is.
Oh, I love her. Oh,
Stunning, isn't she? Look at him. Look at him.
yeah.
That steely gaze.
Absolutely.
I see you. I see you clearly. That always comes off this card for me. I
Yeah.
and it's when we recognize we can be seen that we can take sacred action. So if I know who I am, if I can bring my authenticness to the surface, I can have, this card's all about decisive focus. So
Mm.
I can focus on what's important, exactly what I've said. Focus on what's important to me now, not what it was 10 years ago.
It's
That
lifting that mist that was in that card of mine.
way. And clear-sighted, moving ahead.
Yeah.
It's, as we've said, is the year of the chariot, so it's all about focus. But you creativity has to convert into action.
Yes.
It can't sit as creativity. It's got to be going somewhere, even if it's only for your own pleasure.
Absolutely.
It's got to go somewhere. And you and I both know that we've got paintings around our house that we've done, and
Yeah.
things like so. It's about, with this full moon, and as she unwinds and retreats, grasping that whole self and putting that whole self into, am I
Oh,
doing things every day in the now that reflect me and my values and beliefs?
absolutely, Annie. Yeah.
Ancestral patterns. I mean, this is
Yeah.
what humanity's faced with now. We're at a time where those ancestral patterns are continuing to harm us, and we're just going to have to take the action necessary. That might feel incredibly difficult, but it is there. It's
Yeah.
to be done. Yeah. I've been watching some of the congressional stuff, and when anybody talks over them, they go, reclaiming my time. And it's like, yeah, I'm having my power. Hang on a minute. I'm speaking. And this is, I think sometimes internally we're very easily talking over ourselves. And to reclaim our power, what we have to do is reclaim our time with ourselves to hear
Yeah,
our voice and
definitely.
to hear that inner spirit, that spirit within, that higher self, reclaiming their time to say, look, you're here on a mission, it'll be fine. Yeah, just keep
Yeah,
be fine. And don't forget, you're not here forever. So
exactly.
do things to better the world, leave a legacy rather than leave a problem. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I think that's all the cards need to say today. So
Yeah, something just come to my mind, and I think it is worth recognizing. We've talked about a lot of the troubles that are happening in the world this, over this last couple of weeks, and
yeah,
I think it'd be nice just to sort of, any of our viewers that are watching, is to send healing out to
yeah,
those that have been involved in that. But also today we've had the air crash as well,
yes.
and what a devastation that is. And it is those that are left behind, and I just felt I needed to say something at this time, for us all to send out healing to the world, really.
And I would add to that, sending out the vibrations of peace.
Yes.
We have so much conflict
Mm,
and loss that we don't deal with particularly well,
yeah.
and definitely healing for the loss of life in the air disaster. But hopefully, if we send peace along with it, their families will eventually find
Eventually. Yeah.
you don't you don't lose the loss, but you
No, you don't.
acclimatize.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
world moves on. This is, I think, why we're being pulled to look 10 years back.
Mm,
We will have lost how have
mm,
we moved on? How have we accommodated, acclimatized to that? And are we still carrying things that are uh, a response that's hurting us? Because those
yeah.
families and everybody who knows who's been lost will be responding
Mm.
different ways. I'm just thinking about Palestine and Ukraine as well. And
Exactly.
now we've got talk about Israel attacking Iran. That's going to pull more loss and reaction. And it's very difficult to kind of go, right, all this challenge. But if we can hold that healing peace in,
Peace, vibration going forward. Yeah.
absolutely, the more of us who can do it, the
Yeah.
better, the stronger the response will be towards peace.
Definitely. Definitely, Annie. Yeah.
That hopefulness that we will grow and we will change this ancestral pattern.
Definitely. Yeah.
So thank you for that, Gwen. It's
No,
a
that's
really
fine.
timely reminder for us. There
It
are
is.
we can do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be back at New Moon.
We will. 2 weeks' time.
Yeah. Hopefully not too bruised and battered by the pull of this moon. Saying, come on, move forward. And yeah, we'll see what that one brings.
Brilliant, Annie. Oh, thank you for your time. It's been
Good to
brilliant.
talk to you as
Yeah.
always. And
Yeah.
I will see you soon, Gwen.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.